think it's very interesting and thought-provoking. I mean, I joked a few times this week while teaching the lessons that this is the only time I ever did the masterclass where people are having coffee inside and people are walking by outside with their dogs. But actually, I greatly enjoyed this experience. I thought it's a very interesting intersection of regular life with something that normally happens in the school or even the laboratory, if you will. And now all of a sudden, we bring 2 or 3 different components all together in the same space. And maybe in some ways it's not ideal, but in other ways, it makes people listen and pay attention in ways that they're not used to. I saw people who came in for a coffee who discovered music and stayed for 30 minutes to listen, and hopefully it made their day better. I will say that music, like anything else in life, the real success, you have to find it yourself, because you, perhaps with other subjects, other fields, you learn something in school, you learn the material, but it's not the material itself that makes you successful, it's how you tie A, B, C, D together to make something of that becomes who you are as a person, as a professional. And music is no different. So I had my people who were my teachers of the violin. I had a Russian teacher growing up in California who taught me most everything I knew about playing the violin. And then my teachers at Juilliard who took that further. But when I really became a musician, I think I was looking for something. I had all the tools, but something was missing, and it was the great conductors that I worked with. The most frequently were James Levine, my music director at the Metropolitan Opera, Fabio Luisi, who became principal conductor of the Met for a short time, some other people that had a great influence on me, and they were not technically my teachers, but in working with them so closely and observing the things that they did and would ask for, in a sense, became a different kind of teacher for me. There's no simple, universal trick to becoming a musician. You work with individual people, extraordinary young people who all have their own identity and their strengths and weaknesses and what they have to say as an artist. But it is true that when you work with many young people over a long period of time, you start to see certain patterns. So I wouldn't say there are universal tricks, but there are common patterns that you see, that people who have become highly accomplished string players tend at the age of 20 to 25 or whatever age they are to have become strong in the same ways and maybe missing some of the same things. So I've been lucky to work with very outstanding people in this age group for a long time. So you learn some things that tend to come up again and again.